Well, morning, folks. I had a 20-minute long Ask a Painter yesterday. I think because I'm on this island here, it only got about 4 or 5 minutes of it. So I thought I'd do a little recap here and see if I can get some better signal for you. A young painting contractor had wrote me and said, give me a list of ladders, tools, all this sorts of stuff. How do you find work, things like that. And I basically just said, I figured all that stuff out over the course of about 10 or 15 years. If that young person would go apprentice under somebody who does know what they're doing, an honest contractor, you can accelerate that to a year or two, and that would probably be the best advice. Go find an expert and do that. But it got me thinking about a larger subject of, struggle in life. We all sort of need some struggle in life. It seems that when you take children and you say you can watch as much TV as you want, you can have anything you want to eat, you can do whatever you want, they sort of unravel and they start kind of chewing on themselves, and they don't function well. They need a little bit of structure. And I think as business owners and entrepreneurs and tradespeople and craftspeople, we need a little bit of struggle to keep us sharp. Everybody magically hones their marketing plans come winter because they need it. In the summer, you start getting a little lax, you got plenty of work, things like that. So we need a little bit of struggle to keep us sharp. But you have to move through these sort of minor struggles and get to meaningful struggles. The minor struggles are the sort of day-to-day operation stuff. And if you get mired down in that stuff, you're not going to be able to progress through into something meaningful and actualizing yourself. So especially as a business owner, there's always the sort of ever-present struggle of what are we all doing this for? Why do we start these businesses? Why are we so aggressively growing them? Why do we want to have more people, more trucks, more jobs, things like that? And the one thing that I've learned over the years, I have not become settled with this yet, but the one thing I've sort of learned is that everybody's business is sort of dictated by their personality. And 2 years ago, when I started talking with other, painting contractors from North America and around the world, I got very self-conscious about my business. There were some things that I had honed to a razor's edge, but there was also a lot of stuff that I was very lacking in, and I got very self-conscious of it. And I had this sort of crisis of faith of, oh my God, I'm so good at this, but I'm failing in all these other things here. And it sort of gave you perspective, and perspective sort of let me know what my struggles should be. I was just vexed by this issue of apprentices and employees and people, and more apprentices, more problems. Seems to be the way it goes, but there's also reward to that too. And I kept thinking somebody must have this magic sort of thing they can do or say, or a manual or something to just snap all these people in order. And turns out through perspective and talking with other people, there is no cure for that. You're always going to have, you're not going to have enough people. When you get people, they're going to get squirrely. You're always going to deal with that because people are just that way. And after talking with a bunch of these other painting contractors, I became comfortable with the fact that I just have to put effort into people, my clients, things like that. And because I always thought that I was lacking because there were still these things come up, issues come up. And perspective had taught me to basically, I kind of wipe my hands of the issue now. And I know that it just takes constant effort. And it will until the day I stop doing business. And I actually, it's like the peace comes over you a little bit when you realize that it's not you. You can fix a lot of this stuff, but it's a problem that's never going to go away. And some of the best paint business owners in the world struggle with this constantly. So basically, my advice to this young contractor was, make a plan, give yourself a year or two, work through all the logistics of this is how you paint, these are the tools you use, this is how you talk to clients, this is how you work production through a job. Accelerate that. Don't meander through that on your own. And so you can get onto these meaningful struggles and not these little minor struggles that mire you down like that. So I think that's about it. This is a beautiful day here. We're about ready to trek off the island. It takes about an entire day to get back to Minnesota. We go from here, we take our golf carts across this flooded island. Yesterday, because of the full moon, there was a crazy tide. Water almost came up over the docks out here. and the island was flooded. Most of the roads and everything, there are no cars allowed